So imagine if there was something in our community that was so big or so pressing or so monumental that we were like, hey, not necessarily the government caused it, like shutdown, but the government can't stop this. So we are going to get together, the people of God of every denomination, we're going to bring them all together, and we're going to pray, and we want to see God's hand move. Imagine if we got together. Think about this. Think about if someone moved in next door to you, right? And as they moved in next door to you, you go over and you greet them. You're like, hi, I'm your neighbor. They're like, hey, I moved from, Texas or New York or wherever, but I have a question. Because all last week while I was trying to move in, there were all these parades, there were all these celebrations. It wasn't St. Patrick's Day, it wasn't Christmas, it wasn't New Year's, but there was all these celebrations, and schools were closed, and banks were closed, and grocery stores were closed. What was this celebration about? And you say, oh, because several years ago, the drug epidemic in our community was so powerful, and so many people impacted, and so many overdoses day after day after day, that every church in our school district said, we're going to get together and we're going to spend several days just praying and fasting for God to remove this epidemic, because the government can't do it, but God can. And since that time, there hasn't been one single drug overdose or arrest. So yeah, it may not work for everyone, but we shut everything down and we celebrate like crazy what God has done, because the people of God have come together.